Hello friends, today we will discuss section 1 that is related to applicability of CGST Act, section 2 that is related to the definition. We will discuss some of the important definition just like definition of goods and services. We will discuss definition of money and India. We will discuss definition of auctionable claim and security. So let us start with discussion. First, we will discuss definition of goods as well as definition of services. So, what do you mean by goods as per CGST Act? So, as per section 2 subsection 52, goods means every kind of movable property. Please understand the wording. Goods means every kind of movable property. What does it means? It means that only movable property can be considered as a goods. Immovable property cannot be considered as goods. So only movable property को ही goods माना जाएगा, immovable property को goods नहीं माना जाएगा. Further, it will not include money and security. So goods means every kind of movable property other than money and security. So money and security को goods नहीं माना जाएगा. However, it will include auctionable claim, growing crops, grass, thing attached to or forming part of a land which are agreed to be severed before supply or under a contract of supply. So what do you mean by goods? Goods means every kind of movable property other than money and security. So only movable property को ही goods माना जाएगा. Immovable property, money and security को goods नहीं माना जाएगा. Now we will discuss section 2 subsection 102 that is related to definition of services. So service means anything other than goods, money and security. So anything which is not goods, which is not money and which is not security can be considered as a service under CGST Act 2017. Further, services will not include money. However, if you are changing currency from one currency to another currency or you are changing the currency denomination, say for example from rupees 100 you are changing into rupees 10 for various currency notes, then for such services if somebody is charging a consideration then it will be considered as a part of services. Where it is given in a definition of services itself. It will include activity relating to the use of money or conversion by way of a cash or any other mode from one form of currency or denomination to any other form. Currency or denomination for which separate consideration is charged. So if anybody is charging a separate consideration for changing the currency type or changing the denomination of a currency, then it will be considered as a part of services. So services में goods, money और security के अलावा जो जो भी पार्ट है वो सर्विसेज माना जाएगा एज पर CGST Act. Now there is a one explanation given under section 2 subsection 102 that services will include facilitating or arranging a transaction in security. Services के definition में दिया गया है कि services will not include the security. However, if somebody is facilitating or arranging the transaction in a security, then it will be considered as a part of services. तो सर्विसेज में सिक्योरिटी को इंक्लूड नहीं किया गया है. हालांकि if somebody is facilitating or arranging a transaction in a security, then this one is considered, that is activity of facilitating or arranging the transaction in a security will be considered as a part of services. Now we will discuss one of the example. Suppose Mr. A had taken from Messrs ABC and agency 50,000 USD via the conversion of rupees as per the prevailing exchange rate. Messrs ABC agency had charged rupees 1500 for this conversion. Messrs ABC agency argued that since it is a money only, so it cannot be considered as a goods or services under GST. Clarify whether the argument of Messrs ABC agency is correct or not. Friends, we have already understand that this argument is not correct because service will include activity relating to the use of money or conversion by cash or any other mode from one form of currency to another form. So it will be considered as a services because here the consideration is charged by ABC agency rupees 1500 from Mr. A for the purpose of conversion of rupees into USD. So it will be a part of services. So the contention of Messrs. ABC agency will not be correct. Now we have understand that under definition of goods it will include auctionable claim. So what do you mean by auctionable claim? So there is nothing given in the definition of an auctionable claim. It is only given in a section 2 subsection 1 that auctionable claim have a same meaning as per section 3 of a Transfer of Property Act. So what is given in CGST Act? Auctionable claim shall have a same meaning as per section 3 of Transfer of Property Act. Now under section 2 subsection 102 we have understand that services does not include security. So what do you mean by security? Security means as meaning which is assigned under section 2 of the Security Contract Regulation Act. So security की definition क्या दी गई है? Security means the meaning as per section 2 of Security Contract Regulation Act. Now we have understand that definition of goods as well as the definition of services both will exclude the money. So what do you mean by money? As per section 2 subsection 75, money means Indian legal tender. So any Indian currency will be considered as a money. Any foreign currency will be considered as a money. Further, it will include a check, draft, LC that is a letter of credit, P order, promissory note or bills of exchange, traveler's check, money order, postal or electronic remittance or any other instrument which is recognized by Reserve Bank of India which will be used for the purpose of consideration to settle any obligation or for the purpose of exchanging the Indian legal tender into another denomination. However, it will not include the currency which is held for a numismatic value. So this is something interesting. What is meaning of a numismatic value? So numismatic is the art of preserving the antique currency coin. Many people have a hobby of collecting the rare coin or some of the old currency notes or a coin. They are quite antique and they have some value. They can be sold at a unique value depending on the how it is old. So the money will not include the currency which is held for the purpose of numismatic value. So this is the definition of a money as per section 2 subsection 75. Now we will discuss section 1 applicability. The CGST Act is applicable whole of the India. So CGST Act extend to whole of the India. So for the purpose of this we have to understand the definition of India. What do you mean by India? Further, section 1 subsection 3 it also states that it shall come into the force on the date on which central government by notification in the official gazette appoint. So everybody know that from 1st July 2017 GST Act is applicable and it is extended to whole of the India. However, there is a proviso that different date may be appointed for a different provision of the Act. So government may appoint different date for the purpose of different provision. Now we will discuss the definition of India. So what do you mean by India? Section 2, subsection 56. India means the territory of India as per Article 1 of the Constitution. So India means the territory of India as per Article 1 of the Constitution. It will include the territorial water. It will include the continental slab and it will include the exclusive economic zone. Further, it will include the airspace above its territory and territorial water. So, any airspace above the territory of India or above the territory water will be part of the India. Now, what do you mean by the territorial water, continental slab, exclusive economic zone? We will understand by the way of this picture. Same for example, this is our baseline, that is our land of India. From this land, 12 nautical mile is considered as a territorial water, that is a territorial sea. So from the baseline, 12 nautical mile will be considered as a territorial sea, that is territorial water. So this will be part of India as per CGST Act. Now from baseline 24 nautical mile, this is 12 nautical mile plus this 12 nautical mile. This will be considered as a contiguous zone. So up to 12 nautical mile, this is considered as a territorial water. Next 12 nautical mile will be considered as a contiguous zone. Now, what do you mean by exclusive economic zone? So from the baseline, 200 nautical miles will be considered as an exclusive economic zone. From the baseline, 200 nautical mile will be considered as an exclusive economic zone, and this part will be considered as a continental slab. We will understand by one of the another picture by the way of map of our country. So this is map of our country. This is our baseline, that is a land of India. From the land of India, this is a 12 nautical mile. You will see this blue mark. This is blue mark 12 nautical mile. This is considered as a territorial water. Another 12 nautical mile. This is considered as a contiguous zone, and this is 200 nautical mile. So this 200 will be considered as an exclusive economic zone. So this was the discussion for section 1 applicability. We have also understand what do we mean by goods, services, what do we mean by money, what is the meaning of India, and extra. In the next video we will discuss another thing about CGST Act. Thank you.